Hey guys, welcome to another episode of that.
Hello guys.
We are happy that you are here with us. It's yet another episode, and I'm so happy to be here. What about you?
So delighted to be back. Nowadays we've been a bit jumping 1 week, but we need to come back to 2020 solutions.
Yes.
Where every week we give an episode because we have a lot to share with you guys. To the glory of God.
Yes. I believe God's timing is always the best. And today we're going to do a book review on a book that I loved so much. It's called
Ordering Your Private World.
Or you can also call it Okie Daddy, which is a short form of the book. And it's written by a wonderful writer called Gordon MacDonald. I also remember there's a famous restaurant called McDonald. So I believe this novel is quite delicious. Yeah.
Informative. I don't know what comes to your mind when you hear ordering your private world. Ordering or to order sounds a bit harsh or authoritative, right?
Or taking in charge.
Yeah, putting things in order. So I don't know what comes to your mind as you view this book and as we recommend it to you to have a look, to read, to study, and maybe learn one or two nuggets that can help you in your private world.
So I really hope we're just going to mention a few chapters of what we have understood or even inspired us. So I hope this encourages you. So stay tuned. Before he goes deep into chapters, he talks about his own story. A biography, he gives a biography of his own story, of how he ordered and took in charge of his private world. And he talks about that. Even he decided, you know what, I've hit the wall, I want to order my private world.
What happened in his findings?
He was a pastor, and there are many duties that come up with being also a pastor. I think you know that as well. Yeah, so there was a time that his wife, I think called Claire, told him that, you know what, nowadays you're not even spending time with the kids. And he just fell down and cried because he knew, kama hii nimeambiwa na bibi yangu, it's the end.
Since you can't get here, I don't know if I would have cried.
Maybe watching
I thank God for Gordon MacDonald for sharing his experience.
Yeah, and he illustrates that, you know what, sometimes even men, they have this masculinity about they can't express their feelings. And I like how the wife appreciated him. Not just she put the kids away to the neighbor's house, and she decided just to take the time to let him express himself, because he didn't even notice that he was spending so much time in work.
Like the way you sometimes do.
Oh, that's a compliment.
I say sometimes.
Whatever. But it just shows you that she understood.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, she could have just yelled at him, but she took that time to embrace him.
Sure, and I like the way he decided to start putting his life in order. I remember.
Yes, and I love the way he says it's written by a man who had a disorganized lifestyle, but decided to organize his lifestyle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I like the way sometimes when we were studying, there was a certain analysis we were doing that you have to differentiate between the urgent issues, the important, the not important but urgent. So sometimes when you are caught in a roller coaster, whereby you are here, you're there, you can't do an accomplished
task. You forget about yourself.
You forget about your families, and so you ladies, you like someone who you can see as much as possible. Not knowing that sometimes you have some work to do on a light note. But you just find when we leave some time organized kind of roller coaster life. We forget about the important things. I think maybe the first chapter talks about a sinkhole syndrome. A sinkhole syndrome is, he writes that the dwellers in a story building in Florida, in the US, woke up one day to find their story building that just on the front, it had caved in. The vehicles, the many things that were there had caved in a very deep hole, and hole that had caved in. And so these people, the emphasis that he puts is that they thought that they were safe. At face value, at the surface, the story building looked intact. The floor, it looked okay, but only to wake up and find a gaping hole outside their building. And he says that that building was the next one to collapse. So sometimes in our life, we may be living a good life out there, me working in the church, being in the public office, doing well, succeeding in business. But maybe inside your family, your spiritual life, your own, self, your own worth, your own person, inner person is crumbling. But you come to the public, people are appreciating you, people are happy, you got money, you got influence, you got charisma. But inside your view, you have a gaping wound, a gaping hole.
And it's a vacuum that needs to be filled.
Yeah, it's a vacuum.
And I also feel that sometimes if we kind of miss out that, and if we go deeper, there's many things that we can pop out.
Sure.
We are full of surprises,
Yeah.
So I might find out that I'm good at something, or God has blessed me with something, but I cannot attain it because I'm depending my affirmation from other people, what they say about me. But when you are at that place of just meditation, you feel like this is not true.
Yeah, or when a situation strikes, because like the way Gordon shares, when his wife commented, let's say you've not been, available for the kids, and it hits you. A certain situation hits you. Maybe your children have started rebelling against you.
And I feel like the COVID-19 has changed who we are. Whereby we find that family is important. Spending time with our loved ones.
Yeah, it's not a fallback strategy, right?
Yeah, it's not.
That now when the business are not working, now you fall back to the family. It's a priority.
Yeah.
We still consider your spiritual life, your growth, your depth in matters God should be a top priority in our lives. I think that's something about the sinkhole syndrome. Chapter 2 talks about a view from the bridge. And Gordon shares the way a submarine is controlled. I don't know whether he was calling it a bridge. It's controlled from a certain location. So when the commander would go at the center at the bridge and check and ask, is everything all right? And when it's all right, he knows that every other thing is falling in place. So when you go back to my point, when you go back to your family and your family is okay, and you go back to God and your relationship with God is okay, then everything else can fall in place. Just maybe like the way in Matthew 6:33 says that seek first the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added. It doesn't mean that you don't have to go to work. It doesn't mean that you don't have to wake up early. It doesn't mean that you don't have to pursue greatness, success. But the point is, where is your priority? How have you organized? Your priorities. I think that's my understanding about that.
Yeah, and it just shows you that what do we instill in our heart?
Sure.
Or what do we possess each and every day?
Wow.
I remember this thing you said about Jesus. Whatever comes in,
Goes out.
And
It's called FIFO, fasting, fast out. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
That was computer terms. I think I read it somewhere. At your thing.
Whatever.
Yeah, and as you were mentioning, I remembered the verse. I don't know where exactly, but says that um, what what is it? Where your heart is, where your treasure is,
Oh, there your heart will
there
be
your
also.
heart will be
Yeah.
also. So if you treasure your job, you know,
And also in the book of Proverbs 4:23, where you guard your heart and it will feel like springs of.
yeah. I think actually what this uh, writer tried to assert is that you have to guard your heart because from it flows the abundant,
Yeah.
the springs of life.
Mhm.
Yeah. So.
So we have to guard ourselves then, so that we can know even what we are putting out there, is it of use?
Yeah, I remember maybe as we move to the next chapter, I just remembered what I think David writes in Psalms 119. You know, there's verse 9 or 10 that I have hidden your word. Until he started by saying, how can a young man keep his way pure? By guarding it according to your word. And it says that your word have I hidden in my heart that I may not sin against you. I think basically on the basis we just have to guard our hearts, to hide God's word in our hearts, to guide us in our successes, in our exploits, in our passions, and everything.
Yeah. Wow. And even as we go to the next chapter, it's all about the tragic tale of a successful farm.
No, I think that that chapter is caught in a golden cage.
Gosh, I forgot.
You're running. You're all ambitious.
I'm dreaming.
So what yeah, exactly. That's so chapter 3 talks about the issue of drivenness
And being called.
coldness. So I think between me and you were driven and cold. But I'm just mentioning and not
Let's
far.
go to the characteristics.
Yeah, so it talks about the difference. But if you consider yourself as cold or driven in the things that you do,
I really think that I wish to improve myself. And then
be honest.
because I think I just find myself, hapo katikati.
No,
Yes.
you're not no. You have to take one side.
Wait, no, I'm speaking for myself. You can speak for yourself. So I feel like there's some characteristics I'm being called and some characteristics I'm being driven.
But more can say as in the trigger section, right?
Unfortunately.
I think somewhere I fall there. You can see a driven person, and I like the way Golden shares. I think in page where is that? In page in chapter 3, he says that in many states there's a difference between those who are driven, those who are assertive or aggressive, and those who are called.
Yeah.
And he says that the disciples were called. So the disciples were called. I remember there's some disciples who wanted to follow Jesus and they actually like volunteered. And Jesus unfortunately put them off. You know. So I think the disciples were called. It was not because they were really qualified, but he called them maybe to qualify them. And sometimes we are driven to success. We've done a degree, it is paying off. You do a master's, it's paying off. You do a PhD. It's not that they are bad, but you find when you are driven, you forget a lot of other things.
And forget about the things that are most important in your life. And you find yourself being so competitive.
In one field, but on another, you are losing out.
Yeah, and you find yourself just want to
Yeah,
so much.
Yeah, you are 50, you are single, but you have all the money in the world. But being single can be a choice anyway. So I'm not discouraged. But maybe you're still, you want to still settle, but you are 45, you're 50, you've not settled in your family.
So I feel like these things are like what fulfills you as an individual.
Yeah.
I think that's the core thing that you need to talk about, like in your own time, because you find that, and I didn't even think that being drive, it's called driveness.
Drivenness.
Drivenness is a bad thing. And then it's like, wow, I think I'm that person. When I saw the book, I'm like, I don't want to be like so much consumed because it can even make you go crazy, you see, and you forget even who you are because you want to like achieve so much, but sometimes even what you're achieving is not even yours. Nah. So I feel like it's good that
We balance.
we balance. If it's time for maybe sometimes I even say taking time off is not bad. You need it. Taking time off to see a family member is not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So I think some few points, about driven people is that they are driven, they are gratified by accomplishment. That's what Gordon says. They are preoccupied with symbols of accomplishment. They are usually caught up in a controlled pursuit of expansion. They tend to have limited regard for integrity. Where they can get money, where they can get more money, they don't care about the process. They just need money. I want to be a millionaire before that, and it has to happen. No matter what. So that's drivenness. They tend to be highly competitive. It's exactly even addictive. Because it's like I have to, I have to. I want to get married at 28. It doesn't matter. So when
you said you want to get married at
wait a moment. That's
no,
not the topic.
let us talk here. You said you want to get married at which age?
I think we move to the fourth chapter.
Guys, I told you drivenness. Let's go.
So what is the fourth chapter? The fourth chapter, I think we share the fourth chapter. We call it a lab for the first part of
Okay.
it. Yeah.
The fourth chapter is about the tragic tale of a successful bar.
What is that part do?
It got down the ocean. But it just shows you, he illustrates the way it gives a story, about one couple who approached the pastor now who has written this book, that's MacDonald, and it just illustrates the way the lady explained to the pastor that I don't see this marriage working out. He's not there with his kids, but for the man, it's like he's even surprised that
because he's providing for the family.
Yeah, he's there providing.
He's actually out there looking for money.
Exactly.
So the wife should not complain.
No.
I think that's what the guy was saying.
Yeah, that was
not me.
I see where you're going. But now it's like in the hours he's at home, at the dinner table, he's not there physically, sometimes he's just on the call, and the man thought it was something normal. But asked by now the pastor MacDonald, he just asked me, how about his father? And the man was like, he came to a sadness about it because his father kept on telling him that you are a bum, you can't make it, you are nothing. And the real thing is he kept on working on himself just to prove the fact that he can do it. I showed you, father, I can do it. But so unfortunate that he did it up to his 40 and his father is not even alive.
He still wants to prove.
He still wants to, that affirmation, wants that affirmation from his father. But he cannot even prove it because it's not even there. And we could see that this drivenness was costing him his marriage, his family, his health, because even his health-wise, he was not doing well.
I think it's unfortunate because even ourselves sometimes you're caught up in such an area where you're told you cannot succeed, and so you just want to prove, so that even when the motivation goes off, or when the thing that made you want to prove goes off, you're still there. Maybe it's beauty you've been told you're not beautiful. So you want to do every kind of makeup to just prove that you are.
Okay.
But it's confusing. But you have to realize that you are beautiful from the inside. I mean, you just have to assert yourself, that you are beautiful from the inside.
Yeah.
And so, maybe as you come to a close, I'd like you to sit down, analyze yourself, and look at how maybe you have a sinkhole syndrome in terms of your spiritual life, in terms of your purpose, in terms of what you yourself would like to be, the person you would like to be or to see. Irrespective of what maybe your friends are saying, what the outside world is saying.
Yeah, it also talks to us. What are we talking to our children?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we
what
telling
you
them
offer.
when they make they score a goal? Are we
Yeah.
telling them you can do it?
Mm.
Because sometimes these are the things that if you're not sure you're beautiful,
Mm.
then you find yourself thinking other things.
You
just
want to
prove
prove.
your
Yeah, you
beauty,
want to prove.
which doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
So it's something.
yeah, there's nothing you are proving. You are proving nothing to anyone.
Yeah.
Just prove it to yourself. Yeah, actually, you have to prove anything, prove it to yourself. That you're worth, you are loved, you are cared for, you are somebody. You don't have to prove it to anyone. It's like
Yeah, and just be the best version of yourself.
amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Wow, I think we've talked so much. We definitely have a part 2 for you guys. And tell us if you really loved this book, the way us have loved it. Remember, it's Ordering Your Private Wealth by, that is
Golden
McDonald's, so delicious and yummy, and it's been an amazing book. Hope it has blessed you, and please just comment below if you really want us to maybe share this book with you guys. Let us know. We'd love to share it with you because it's something that has impacted our lives and changed us in one way or another. So don't forget to subscribe, share with your family and friends. Remember, we love you. God bless you, and take care.
Goodbye.